In this class, we discussed about the SCJ, that is a switch expansion joint. Expansion joint, SCJ. Switch expansion joint is an expansion joint installed at each end of LWR CWR to permit expansion contraction of the adjoining breathing length due to temperature variation. Next, we have to discuss about the maintenance of SCJ. Once in fortnight, SCJ shall be checked by PWI. Packing and alignment on SCJ shall be corrected regularly in every fortnight. Oiling and greasing of stock rails and tongue rail of SCJ shall be done. Tightening or fastening shall be done regularly. Movement of SCJ shall be checked in every fortnight. If found any abnormal behavior, action take for de-stressing of LWR. These are the maintenance procedure of the SCJs. What is SCJ in railway? Conventional switch expansion joint. Conventional switch expansion joint description. The SCJ has a pair of tongue rail and stock rail resting on 6 wide slipper of width of 300 mm. This is a general definition of the conventional switch expansion joint. Check the given table. This table given the RDSO drawing number of the different SCJ. Remain one thing. Combination SCJ to RDSO drawing number RT6782 with 80 mm gap shall be provided between junction of 52 kg rail and 60 kg rail. Normally, SCJ are provided for same rail section. In case SCJ is required to be provided between the junction of two different rail sections such as 52 kg rail and 60 kg rail, combination SCJ RDSO drawing number RT6782 with 80 mm gap shall be provided. Alternatively, two 3 rail panel 39 meter, one of each rail section shall be provided with the combination fish plate joint between two panel. Normally, type of SCJ are two type, conventional type and improved type. In improved SCJ again classified into two. One is the single gap SCJ and another one is the double gap SCJ. These are the figures of the different SCJs. Please check the figure. This is single gap SCJ. Next, location of SCJ. The exact location of SCJ shall be fixed taking into account the location of various obligatory points such as level crossing, bridges, points and crossing, gradient, curves, and insulated joints. The conventional SCJ RT4160 and RT4165 with a straight tongue and stock ray shall not be located on the curve sharper than 0.5 degree, that is a 3500 meter radius. The improved SCJs RT6902, RT6914, RT6922, RT6930 may be located on curve up to 2 degree, SCJ beyond 2 degree and up to 4 degree shall be laid with the approval of PC in consultation with RDSO. The SCJ shall not be located on transition of curve. These are the locations of the SCJ. Please note. Standard or conventional SCJ. The stock rail and tongue rail from an SCJ wherein the stock rail is made by giving two bends in close proximity. This type of flat sleepers with 300 mm are used. From this figure, we can understand the six sleepers are used in this SEJ, conventional SEJ, and tongue rail and stock rail available. Where gap is 40 mm. This is the original RDSO figure. Please refer. Note: reference line shall be kept at 20 mm from central bolt of CI chair plate for 52 kg rail section and 30 mm from other rail section. At the time of initial laying, distressing the tip of tongue rail should be coincide with the midpoint of center bolt of CA chair. Tongue rail shall be installed always in facing direction of traffic in case of double lane and in case of single lane towards the facing direction of heavier traffic. Improvement is required in standard or conventional SEJ design to avoid two vents involved in design of stock rail in conventional type SEJ, to avoid fracture in bend portion of stock rail in the conventional type of SEJ, to meet other requirement like wide gap at bridge approaches, suitability in curve sharper than 0.5 degree up to 4 degree, suitability for higher axle load and high speed routes. Next, improved SCJ with one gap, design developed by Mr. Rahi Industries, Calcutta. 5 sleepers available, 40 mm gap. Features of one gap improved SCJ: compresses of pair of two non-bend rail mounted on CI chair with a expansion gap between two just pad posted rail ends. A third rail gap avoiding rail is securely bolted by HTS bolt to form an extension of stock rail. The system also has check rails to reduce wheel handling, especially for worn out wheels. Check rails also act as a angle ties to keep the sleeper in position. The wheel thread does not jump the gap but is smoothly guided on the rail. No risk of rail fracture or crack. No bend or stress risers. All wheel transfer area are head hardened to increase service life. Only 5 sleeper of standard CJ on PSC assembly are used, capable of handling gap at to 200 mm and more with minor modification. Safe due to presence of check rail which guard against excessive play of worn out wheels and up to can be used on curve sharper than 0.50 degree but not sharper than 1.5 degree. Laying details. The tongue rail is kept at mean position at center line of sleeper and stock rail end kept at 40 mm from mean position, thus creating a gap of 40 mm. Overall length of SCJ is equal to 6780 plus 6180 plus 40 is equal to 13,000. Overall length is a 13,000 mm. Measurement of gap in improved SCJ single gap. Gap at initial laying or distressing is 40 mm. Reference pillar is fixed on ground. Center line of the gap. SCJ with the two gap developed by Bina Metal Way Limited, Jamshedpur. This is a two gap method. We want to check the figure. Features of two gap improved SCJ. No bends in stock and tongue rails, thus eliminating the safety risk. Two gap of 40 each between tongue rail and stock rail. Under temperature changes, in track, the gap in this SCJ would vary from 33 to 57 The smaller maximum gap of 57 as compared to 74 maximum gap in conventional SCJ reduces impacted caused at the joint when wheel negotiate the gap in the SCJ. The minimum head width of tongue rail is more than 61% of the full rail head width as compared to 35% in the conventional SCJ due to the lesser wear or longer life. Wear prone area of heads of stock and tongue rail are paralyzed by special process to achieve hardness of 330 plus or minus 20 BHN alternative 1. Stock rail is fabricated out of two pieces of length 7140 and 5920 by machine and connected to each other by HTS bolt, capable of being laid on curved track. The CI chair on sleeper number 10 and 24 are designed to provide a tow load of 350 to 400 kg clip to enable free rail movement. Laying details. SCJ make use of 6 standard SCJ sleeper. 3 sleeper near each gap, that is a sleeper number 10, 11, 12, 22, 23 and 24. Length of SCJ is 5750 plus 6950 plus 5920 plus 80 is equal to 18,700. The total length is 18,700. Slipper number 1 to 31 should be at a spacing of 600 Mean position of SCJ should be kept at a center line of sleeper 12 and 22. The mean gap is 40 on each end. The tongue rail are kept at mean position at the center line of slipper number 12 and 22 and stock rail end kept 40 from mean position, thus creating a gap of 40 These are the laying details of the improved double gap SCJs. Measurement of gap in improved SCJ double gap. Gap at initial distressing 2 gap 40 each. Reference pillar fixed on the center line of the stock rail with paint. If you like my video, please like and subscribe my channel.